Hello everybody, my name is Thor Young. I'm a moderator at Bear Bull Traders and I would like to do a recap for you on my trade today. Really excited about doing this recap for you today. We've been talking a lot about pivot points. We've been talking a lot about reversals off of these extreme areas of R4 and S4, and today for you I have what is basically the perfect R4 extreme reversal on RIVN, which is Rivian, today. So I want to get into that here in just a second and talk about, I'm going to take a second to talk about Camarilla points, and then I'll show you kind of how this trade works. Before I get into that, if you have a second, if you don't mind, throw me that thumbs up, like the channel, subscribe, ring that bell. You know how it goes. So appreciate all that. All right, now on to the trade. So the first thing we're going to get here on the trade is you're going to get my 5-minute chart, and as you can see, I had just an absolutely great day on RIVN. I shorted RIVN here at R4, and my first profit target I took off here at R3, more profit off at the open price, more off at S3, and then one more partial, and then all out at S4 for a full traverse on that extreme reversal, which is exactly what we're looking for. So before I really break this trade down, I want to talk a little bit about Camarilla pivots and really what we're looking for. And since I have such a clean example here using RIVN, let's go ahead and go with it. So one thing you can see, and I'm actually going to go out and switch to a 15-minute chart here for you. One thing you can see is that on Camarilla pivots, the first thing we use them for is to judge what kind of a day we're going to have. Do we expect the stock to break out today, or are we expecting it to run inside the range today? If the Camarilla pivots are very tight, then we expect an outside day. We expect the price to go outside of the range and run in search of new value if it breaks. Right, and if the cams are wide, we expect that range to be stuck inside, right? So we're going to play or have an inside day. So as you can see here, look how wide the range is here on RIVN, right? So we actually stayed inside the range this day, right? And then we had this much narrower day, and we actually opened up outside the range, but was drugged back all the way through it, but still actually got outside of R4 to start out the day. Today, with a really wide range again, I was naturally short biased, but I needed it to get to an extreme range before I short it. One of the big places where everyone goes wrong is you start shorting too early. Let it get out of range, let it get extreme. So when it came up here to R4 and bounced, or rejected, I went short there. Now, how did I know that was the time and that it was rejecting? Let's get into the 1-minute chart. So if you look here, look at R4. I'm going to dial in real close, and for those of you who follow my VPA tutorials, the first thing you're going to notice is this. Very hard to argue with the massive spike in volume we had there. Generically, this is our market maker hitting a target. We're offloading a lot of shares here. This almost always causes imbalance in the stock's movement and will cause a retracement if not a reversal. So this massive spike in volume immediately grabbed my attention when someone in our chat room actually called it out. Shout out, by the way, for calling out Rivian in the BBT chat room. As soon as I pulled it up and saw the spike, I knew I was at least interested. And then on the next spike, on the next candle, I noticed that our bid started to load to the downside, so we were getting some short sellers engaged, so I decided to go ahead and take it short off the volume spike, and I just used the loss of R4 as my stop out, because that is the play. We squeezed up to R4, but on relatively light volume considering. Look at the volume comparison here. So we've got stopping volume. Now we have struggling volume after it. So we have more confirmation. This next push, no volume failed as well. I knew we were good at this point. I locked in, got my nice move down to around 2-1. And then this is where things got really fun. I really decided to hunker in and decided to do some long-term holds. So I set the next target at the open price, next one all the way to S3, and then the next one at S4, and then went all out. Notice And for those of you VPA traders, I'm giving you a little bit of everything today. I'm giving you cams and I'm giving you VPA because I put them together, right? Where, when, and how, right? Where you look for a trade, and then when you get into a trade, and then how you manage the trade, right? And so my how for getting out was also, or sorry, my win for getting out was also similar to my win for getting in. Big volume spike got me in. Big volume spike got me out, right? I took this as we went into it, too big. We struggled as we pushed down, so we reversed, and I took the rest off at that same, actually still a little bit better profit than this target. And then since then, RIVN has been a straight, has been right back in the other direction. No new lows, no new nothing. We're going to chop here at best. If anything, we're going to probably return somewhere up to around VWAP in the open price and just kind of close as a dead candle today. So I hope this was a good video for everybody. I'm really, really excited to do this video for you guys. Also, one of my more profitable single trades. Definitely one of my best managed. So super happy with it. I hope you all like it. This is how I trade the cam point R4 to S4 extreme reversal. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you all had a great trading day. As always, y'all, keep it green. Thanks.